Let me tell you guys about BellyUpSports. BellyUpSports is the internet sports bar. Go ahead and check out their website, www.bellyupsports.com, to read some great articles from great writers all across the country, from hockey, baseball, golf, soccer, you name it. BellyUpSports is the premier, not your average website. I'm going to go ahead and take this time to congratulate the Orlando Pride for winning their first ever NWSL championship. Congratulations to the GOAT, Marta. So, the NWSL championship, one thing for sure. Hands off to Kansas City. That's a beautiful stadium. I loved it. I loved the views of that stadium. It was a really good, overall, just a great job on NWSL. I think it was a great final. Hats off to Washington Spirit. I think they were a very formidable opponent, but Orlando, I think, just was able to lock it in defensively for sure. But yeah, 1-0 victory for Orlando Pride, and let's get into it, man. So Washington Spirit actually outshot the Orlando Pride 26 shots to 9. 5 of those shots being on target for Washington to Orlando's 3 shots on target. Possession was 58 in favor to Washington Spirit. So Washington definitely had probably fluctuated throughout the match, but it was definitely more towards Washington Spirit having the better possessions. Passing wise, also once again, Washington Spirit was very much the better team. Fouls, Orlando did have it on that, 16-11. Yellow cards were showcased throughout the match. It was a total of 6 yellow cards, 4 of them being Washington Spirits and 2 being the Orlando Pride. But yes, this game had a lot of good moments, a lot of solid play in general. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed watching the performances from both these teams, and the goal being scored on the 37th minute by Orlando Pride. And I think that's the other thing you need to take from Orlando Pride. I mean, defensively, solid performance. I think everybody definitely came in and performed fairly well. I mean, Orlando Pride had 68% successful percentage when it came to tackles. I mean, keeper saves was total 5, 34 clearances, 3 interceptions, and 10 blocks. Once again, just a solid performance defensively on Orlando. Once they had that goal, they weren't looking to give up anything else. But in the 37-minute mark, the goal was scored by none other than Barbara Banda. And let me say this about Barbara Banda, man, because this is gonna be her moment in the sun, man. The 24-year-old from Zambia. This woman here, she is her, like 100%. She is her. I believe at the time when she was transferred, which was actually this year, she was signed to the Pride in the second highest transfer fee in women's football history, not just NWSL, like in the entire women's game, second highest transfer when she was brought in from Shanghai. So she was playing in Shanghai. I mean, if you guys want to know a little bit, going all the way back to 2016, she played with the Green Buffaloes, which I believe was from Zambia. Yeah, so it's she played back in her homeland of Zambia, then went to Logroño, which was in Spain. So she got her shine in Spain, then went to China to play for Shanghai, and Orlando Pride went and scooped her over. And I mean, a solid year for her, 22 appearances, 13 goals. And also since 2016 has been called up by her national team in Zambia, 63 appearances and 57 goals. So she's very much a great player. But a little bit about her upbringing, which I think is like the coolest part of it all. Before playing, I mean, she's always been playing soccer, growing up in Zambia. As a matter of fact, I believe a lot of it came, at least from her ball. Why she's like a clear baller, by the way, is the fact that she's been playing street soccer as a kid in Zambia. Her father also once played football, and all that. So I mean, she played mostly with boys. Not saying that that's a difference maker, but it is, especially growing up, the physicality of how boys played back in the day. So I definitely say she's very much knows how to hold her own. which I think definitely helped in her upbringing. But this is the other really cool part. So, Barbara just decides to go into boxing at 14 years old, and when as an amateur, she went off into a just never losing a fight, and so to the point where the other amateur boxers were just not wanting to fight her. They didn't want the smoke. So because of that, she turned professional, and she fought in 5 professional boxing matches and won all 5 of them. And then she chose to hang it up and go right into playing soccer. And here she is now, having probably the all-time moment of being not only scoring the goal that wins you the NWSL Cup, but did get the notary that gets the award for NWSL Cup MVP. So great moment for her. That is just an amazing story overall. Like, great, beautiful story for her. Helps her team win their first ever. Orlando once again wins their first ever NWSL Cup. Which, I mean, if you guys think of Orlando Pride, it's a big team, especially in the NWSL. A lot of names that are when you think of the Orlando Pride, and to see that they finally get their chance, their shine to win it is a really cool moment for her, for them as well. But on top of that, when speaking about GOATs, we are talking about Marta. Marta, iconic Brazilian legend in the women's game. I would argue maybe also just in football in general, a legend, has played for years this game. I think you think of Marta. When you hear Marta, you know who we're talking about when it comes to football. She finally wins her cup, right? She finally wins the cup for the Orlando Pride, being the leader of this team, being the captain of this team. She talked about how this team has made her feel young every single day. But man, dude, like, if you want to talk about like just everybody's like dream moment scenario of like how you win a championship, like the fact that her mother has not been able to come to the United States since she's been playing in Orlando, and the first time her mother lands in the US of A and watches her play professionally in the US is the NWSL Cup final, and her mother gets to watch her lift the trophy. Like, you can't not romanticize about this game. Like, you can't say you don't love this game. Just a pure beautiful story. I love that. It's a real tearjerker. I did shed a tear. I'm not gonna lie. It's beautiful, man. We all want to play in front of our moms. I mean, we all, like, I'm sure we all, whenever we played whatever sport we played, we all wanted to score as many points as we can for our mom. So I think that was so beautiful that her mom got to see her lift the trophy, and I think a great. Now, do I know? I think the rumors were that this was going to be Marta's last season, and if it is, what a send off. But let me see. I thought there was rumors of her retiring, but you never know, man. You never actually know. But I mean, if there's one way to do it, man, I mean that's definitely a way to go about it. A perfect ending for someone. Okay, so she is not retiring. I think she might be retired from Brazil. I think I think she announced her retirement internationally, but professionally, club wise, she will still keep going. I think her goal is to play two more seasons, so we'll see how that goes. But hey, the GOAT finally wins a cup, and I think it's great to have for her. Just a pure, just amazing moment. And to Washington Spirit, I mean, this isn't going to be the last time we see them here. Obviously they won it in Trinity Rodman's first season, so I'm sure that they're going to be back for more NWSL Cup finals, and we'll see Trinity Rodman lift more trophies in her career. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Orlando, just great defensive performance, solid job on their part. Overall, all in all, man, just a great game. I think a real chess match, trying to find how they can get through each other. And like I said, Orlando, once they got their goal in, they knew they just had to lock it in, and they got it. They put in the shift and won the NWSL Cup. So congratulations to the Orlando Pride winning their first ever NWSL Cup. And for Marta, congratulations. And for Marta's mother, what a first trip to the US. So congratulations to that.